This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Terminator 2 Future War Metal Mash Terminator from NECA Toys. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased on a blister card packaging, done in the style of that vintage Kenner card from back in the 90s. Turning the box around, we can see a really cool cross-sale, again mimicking those old Kenner card backs, showcasing all the other figures from this line. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's the Terminator out of the box. And man, this really takes me back to my childhood. Now unfortunately, I don't have that vintage Kenner figure anymore, but this guy is amazing. He really is a cool piece with that awesome color deco, the tampo on his chest. The detail is just incredible. I love what NECA has done with this and has really taken that vintage figure and brought him into this new age. He is so dope and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. So with this figure finally in hand, let's take a closer look at the Metal Mash Terminator. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Metal Mash Terminator. I think this is incredible. This is a beautiful figure. Now, I've never actually have bought any of the other T-800 figures or Terminator figures from NECA before, so this is all really new to me. I've seen them before. They've always looked really cool and really appealing to me. But again, I'm a sucker for the Kenner homages, and this is one that I just had to have, and he is so dope. I love the sculpting that they've done here. There's so much intricate detail in things like the head and the chest. All these panels and rivets and everything just looks so freaking good. If I rotate this guy around, you can really just see everything that this guy has going on for him. See the spinal column right here on the back just looks amazing. Everything about this guy is insane. You know, that's what I really like NECA and what they do. They go all out when it comes like the sculpting and the paint, and I think this guy is just beautiful. The color that they chose, that kind of like copperish color, looks amazing and almost bronzish feel. Just looks gorgeous. They did such a kick-ass job with that. All the pistons and the piping and all that came out really freaking good, man. I mean, NECA does wonders with their stuff there. It's crazy how they're able to do so much when other bigger companies seem to do less at times. It's really crazy. But I love the little tampo right here, the 7550. And for the life of me, I cannot read all that fine print stuff right there. It looks like a barcode with some zeros and whatnot. Yeah, that all looks insane. Man, this is so freaking cool. It really, man, it really makes me want to get more of these like T-800s and different versions and things like that. So very, very cool. All right, so let's take a look at some of his accessories here. Okay, so the only accessory we really do get is this rifle, and I think this looks awesome. I love the sculpt of this, just looks fantastic with all the red detailing in there. This like nice silver dry brushing looks really, really cool. My barrel did come a little warped, so you can see it's kind of like facing down. So I've kind of had to like mess a little bit to get it back up there. Same thing with the back. The back is a little warped, but it's not terrible. That's still a really badass looking weapon. So he can hold that in his right hand. It's a little tricky trying to get the finger in there. So luckily the fingers are a little pliable, so you can mess with them a bit, and yeah, it can get a little finicky, but we get it on there. You get it on there pretty good, and he holds on it okay. It's a little loosey-goosey up in there, but you're mostly going to do is two-handed poses. So you have this open palm hand like so. Like that, and you can get it to rest on there, because that's more or less how they carry their weapons anyway, so I think that works out great. But man, that's such a cool addition. I'm really loving how detailed this stuff is. It's so cool, and I don't pick up a whole ton of NECA stuff, mostly their turtle stuff, but I have a few Predators and things like that, and seeing stuff like this really wants me to pick up some of their other lines, especially their Terminator figures, because this guy's really cool. So we do have kind of like an action feature, which is, well, we have a pipeline right here, a light piping right here into the back of the head. You see that dome like that? It's for the eyes. So if we take something like a flashlight, we can kind of see how the eyes light up right there, and that looks really cool. And then you can see how brightly those actually show, and something like that, again, that's just very old school, and I love when companies do something like that, especially for something like this. I know that doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories. Something like that really adds to the whole overall figure, which I truly do appreciate. Okay, so let's take a look at the articulation now. So the head swivels left and right, just like that. It doesn't really look up and down, doesn't really roll around. It has all these wires attached to it, so you can only do left and right. And not a whole lot, but I don't think you can be getting anything in too crazy, so that works okay. We can go all the way up and around like that with the shoulders. Again, you don't want to go too far because of these pipes that are actually attached to the shoulders. We can go all the way up and out about that far. We can rotate at the bicep, which is really nice. We have a single bend at the elbow. Again, you can also see the pistons actually working right there, which I freaking really do like. So you can kind of see how the pistons work inside that elbow, which is crazy how they innovated that. That's so awesome. So we got rotation at both wrists, no hinge, just a rotation like that. We can swivel at the waist up in here. Again, you can kind of see these pistons on the side actually working, which is really, really nice. No real ab crunch. We can kick forward all the way that much. We can kick back about that far, and we can do the splits like so. And again, these pistons are actual working pistons, which is crazy. The engineering that had to go into something like this, it's insane. We can bend the knee at a single bend, but it does go past 90, so that's actually really nice. We do also do rotate at the ankle, and then we get toe articulation. Now this guy has a little trouble standing just because his feet are so narrow and whatnot. I probably wouldn't have done articulated toes. I would have preferred to have those a little more stiff so he balances a little better, but I mean, you can get him into some decent stances still. But overall, this guy is amazing. He's so beautiful. Again, just really takes me back to when I was a kid, of having that old school Metal Mash Terminator from when I was a little kid. I absolutely love that thing, and this is definitely a worthy update. He's so awesome, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your NECA comparison, here he is standing next to the NECA Robocop and White Hot T1000 figures. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Metal Mash Terminator from NECA Toys. Now overall, I think this is a really wicked and badass looking action figure, and since this is my first endoskeleton from NECA, it really makes me wonder what I've been missing this whole time. But that copper color scheme is just gorgeous for this figure. I love the tampo on the chest, and all the sculpted details are just insane and really highlight what NECA is really good at. His rifle is pretty awesome, and I love the light pipe eyes. His articulation is pretty decent considering all the innovative stuff they had to do for such a skinny guy. He's still really freaking poseable, and I love that. He's not perfect, he's super thin and feels really fragile, but overall he's still a badass piece to have on your shelf. So I give this guy a rating of 3.5 bat bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.